Filter Pro-4 division is brought to you by Krusty's Pizza in historic downtown McCall, Idaho, and Mountie Moose Bakery in Townsend, Montana. I'm Alton Packer, joined by Daniel Christensen and Ryan Bailey, and it's time to go Pro-4 racing here at Magic Valley Speedway.
Welcome to Magic Valley Speedway in Twin Falls, Idaho. Another hot Tuesday production of Pro-4 racing. Meridian Speedway took over this track here this last year. Done a lot of changes to it, brought a lot of car count out. So we'll see how the main events go.
Race day here at Magic Valley Speedway. Race number 7 on the calendar.
25 lap main event. Points with Jordan Harris in the lead, Ryan Bailey in second, and Nico Heinzel right there in third.
Race 6, we had Jordan Harris sweeping those double main events. He led 19 of the 25 laps.
22 is pretty strong. You can see the sister car to that in the 03 right there. Going to have Mackenzie Wells in that 03.
For qualifying, Andrew Prince takes a cake. There's a couple of them that are pretty close together.
Good to see those top 3 that close, all within 1/10. To be some good racing here at Magic Valley Speedway.
First time of the year that Jordan Harris hasn't been quick time at the track.
Shout out to Sam Harris there. Looks like he's getting into Ken Chandler's 33 car, filling in for an absent Ken Chandler who was on vacation this weekend. Thank you to Sam. This is kind of his home track, so it'll be good to see what he can do out there, but he is in a different chassis, somebody else's chassis, so we'll see what he does with that 33 car.
Well, hey, before we kick things off, let's send it down to our very own Weather Dan.
Thanks, AJ. It's hot and humid out here today, so stay hydrated. We have a little bit of wind pushing some cloud cover our direction, which may bring some rain with it as these drivers mount up for another 25 lapper here at Magic Valley Speedway. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Dan. Good temperatures, a little bit of wind, that's okay. Keep the track cool. Should be some good racing. Keep those motors pumping some horsepower.
Better cool down after that heat race earlier on. Just a preview of the show we're about to see tonight. Jordan Harris does claim the win, but Andrew Prince was right on his heels.
It's basically like qualifying, just inverted those 1 and 2. Those top 3 that were within 1/10 of a second running right there, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just 7 laps in that heat race. A small preview of the main event tonight. We'll see if Nico Heinzel can knock off his first win of his career.
We're getting lined up and ready to go main event racing.
Beautiful sunset out here at Magic Valley Speedway.
Hey, it's good to be back at Magic Valley. Everybody's getting close to being lined up. Getting ready for this exciting race here.
The Bandoleros out there. Bandoleros weren't in the valley for a ton of years. They finally brought those back. Fun to watch those cars out there. Amazing skyscape that you see out there towards the airport out there in Magic Valley. Pro-4s have finally taken the track, getting everything warmed up and ready to go for 25 laps of main event racing.
Been a few years since the Project Filter Pro-4s have been to Magic Valley Speedway. I mentioned before, new track ownership. Done a phenomenal job with the facility.
This whole facility has taken a change for the better.
Pretty excited. 25 laps on deck here.
The Face Cult starting lineup. On the inside, rookie Mackenzie Wells, and on the outside, Sam Harris driving the Kenny car.
On your second row, you have Nico Heinzel running in third in that Honda, and Jordan Harris, that strong Ford power, in fourth.
And in row 3, all by himself, quick time of the weekend, hometown driver Andrew Prince in that 51 Peekaboo Angler Ford.
Good to see Andrew getting that quick time. He needs that confidence boost. Last time that Andrew was on the track, he did win his main event.
The Diamond Cup, that's right. We'll pop on board here real quick, give you an idea of who we're riding along with. You got the 3 quickest times of the weekend. Nico Heinzel up top, Jordan Harris and Andrew Prince on the bottom right.
Man, those shots are great to see. Good for some close quarters racing. Plus, every once in a while, you can get enough of an angle where you can see their hands, see their tachometers, kind of get a little telemetry on what's going on in that car.
But that pretty much sums up the formalities. We're going to bunch these 5 cars up and drop the green flag.
Krusty's green flag, and we're off.
Saw a little bit of a hesitation there as they were coming to green. Looks like the 33 was trying to keep up with Mackenzie Wells in the 03 and just backed off a little bit so he didn't have any problems, and it bunched up the 22 and the 51. Made for some excitement coming to the green flag, but it looks like the 22 is making short work of that 33, trying to get to the inside of that Project Filter car. The 51's going to come right along in tow.
Yeah, with that Ella Marsh Travel Center, Jordan Harris, he just jumped out there for that lead. Let's see if he can hold it. Hoping to track him down. Nico Heinzel of Kim's Cars, Grandma Dude.
You can see Nico's really working the wheel on that car on the inside of that 33. Looks like he finally gets him cleared up, but boy, he was running a little bit loose right through the middle there. Hopefully he's got something that he can go up there and catch the 22 and 51, make this thing a race.
Peekaboo Angler on board. Andrew Prince is definitely battling back and forth for first and second position.
Look at that 51 on the outside. He's showing that Ford power, which is interesting because that Ford in the 51 is a 2-liter and that 22 has a 2300. You'd think that that 22 would just overpower him. Andrew in that 51 just rolls through the corner so much better.
Lightning quick in that 22 car, but this is Andrew's home track. He makes a great move on the outside. New leader here, 6 laps into the race.
You see the 22 a little loose there. Maybe that horsepower is a bit of a detriment to him. Breaking loose on exit, definitely it hurts your shoot speed.
Trying to keep up with Andrew Prince, super familiar with these high banks in Magic Valley Speedway. He's raced that very car here multiple times.
Speaking of being set up, would you say that they had to change gears between Magic Valley and Meridian Speedway?
Everybody but Andrew Prince. Andrew Prince probably had his stuff set up for weeks coming here, especially being that he missed the doubleheader the last time we were at Meridian Speedway. But the rest of the Meridian cars had to change gear for this track. Magic Valley is a little bit more banking and it's a little bit larger, so you usually end up having to go up a couple of gears to help that out. If not, you just run so many RPMs. These things, all of them run quick change rear ends. We can throw those gears in about 10-15 minutes, no problem.
Well, Andrew Prince in the Bad Fast Engineering 51 paces the field now, but we fall a little bit further back into third and right along with Nico Heinzel. Third in points now. He's been second most of the year.
What a great in-car cam there. You can kind of see the wheel there. You see his tachometer, kind of get a little bit of telemetry off of it. Got race for the lead right here with the 51 and the 22. Coming up to their first lap traffic car there of Mackenzie Wells. Looks like they made short work of that. Nico Heinzel's going to work around.
Mackenzie Wells on the outside bottled up your 2 liters. May have created an opening for Jordan Harris here.
The 22 a little loose there on exit of 2. Trying to make that inside work, but it's so hard to make that inside go. You got to pinch the car down so much, usually ends up breaking the rear end loose or you end up with a push and you have to lift right there. Great example. Now it looks like the 22 took advantage of the 51 who was a little loose on exit there and takes the lead.
Halfway into the race, Andrew Prince does forfeit the lead, but has 12 laps to see if he can collect it back up and get around Jordan Harris.
Lots of time for Andrew Prince to get up there and work on that 22. And the 12 is not out of this race yet. He has still got him in sight. He can still make something happen. Or if the 22 and the 51 make a big mistake, the 12 is right there in the catbird seat.
Well, they're either going to make a mistake or they're going to make a move. With the biggest movers, obviously Jordan Harris, Andrew Prince, they equal each other out on the track, seems like.
Pretty much equal all weekend. They were 1-2 in the heat, 1-2 in qualifying, and they're running 1-2 in the race right now. But Andrew Prince, I don't think you can count him out yet. He's just looking for either the high side or the low side for Jordan Harris to slip up.
I think Andrew right now is just waiting for the 22 to come back to him. He doesn't want to overuse the tires right now. He's still got lots of time. The 22 is just trying to get away. And right now he can't because that 51 is just stalking him. But we do have some lap traffic coming to see how this transpires.
We pop on board with Jordan Harris. Might be stuck behind the 03 car. Gives an opening to Andrew Prince on the inside. We've got a new leader.
Looks like the 51 took advantage of that mistake between the 22 and the 03. That's going to be an interesting conversation on the ride home, because I think those two take the same truck back to Boise. But the one that capitalizes the 51 of Andrew Prince, now let's see if the 22 can gain his composure back and try to get that 51 for the win.
You can feel the aggression out of Jordan Harris. 5 laps to go here in the Magic Valley Pipe 100. Andrew Prince is your leader. Jordan Harris nipping at his heels. Nico Heinzel third, Sam Harris fourth, and Mackenzie Wells your top 5.
Looking at that orange car sitting up front of him, lap traffic may get involved with this race one more time. It's not over with yet, and their closing speed, they're going to get that 33 pretty quick.
Something else to consider, Sam Harris a little bit quicker than the last lap car, so he might be more of an obstacle here.
Turns 1 and 2 is going to be the decider here. Oh, they're going to force it 3 wide. The 51 goes to the inside, taps the 22. He's playing ping pong in between the two, but they're keeping it straight. 3 wide going into 3. They finally figure it out. 51 prevails with the 22 to the inside. Wow, that was close. They're lucky they're not loading those cars up with the Greydall.
How about Jordan Harris on the bottom? He hasn't given up yet. Still has Andrew Prince in sight with just over a lap to go.
There's still a lot to go here. The 51 could have used up some tire. He can give that opportunity for the 22 to take this back, but Jordan's going to have to be on his game to make it happen.
Jordan will definitely have to force the issue with fist cult 1 to go coming around this last corner.
And for the second time this season, Andrew Prince wins the Magic Valley Pipe 100, followed closely by Jordan Harris, Nico Heinzel, Sam Harris, and Mackenzie Wells. What an epic race, gentlemen.
Boy, those top 2 cars put on a heck of a show. Back and forth, nobody checked out. What an amazing finish. Put on an amazing show for these fans. You can't get any closer than that. The points as they lie right now, Jordan Harris up in first. Nico Heinzel takes second.
7 wins on the board. 5 of them are to Jordan and 2 of them are for Andrew. So those 2 are the class of the field at this point. Fantastic show.
Congratulations, Andrew Prince. 2nd win of the season.
Of his career.
Congratulations to Andrew Prince in that win.
He got his first win a couple weeks ago. He had to take some time off to go race in Montana. Now that he's back, coming up with his 2nd win. Great job.
Hometown crowd absolutely loving it.
Amazing hometown win for Andrew Prince.
Well, big hug there from Shane Prince. Unfortunately, we have some breaking news. Just after the main event, as the 51 car was rolling into the tech inspection line, he was disqualified, which hands the win over to that 22 of Jordan Harris.
That put the 51 back into 5th position for this finish, which is unfortunate for Andrew Prince, but the way that it works out, it's a disqualification.
Hey, well, let's head down to the pits to adjust this and see what Andrew has to say.
I'm here with the number 51 Pro-4, Andrew Prince. I know you technically weren't the winner tonight, but you still crossed that finish line first. How does it feel to be back in the car after missing the last race?
It feels great. You know, it sucked not being able to race the domains last weekend. We just needed to save the money for the truck to go to Montana. But no, tonight was a blast. I had a great time racing with Jordan and everybody. It's unfortunate slow cars get in the way sometimes, but things happen.
How exciting was it when you were battling it out for first place with Jordan?
Oh, it was a blast. I mean, that was probably the most fun I've ever had in a race car. I mean, we weren't leaning on each other very much. We were just racing really hard and clean. And I know we put on a great show for the fans. So hopefully, all you guys that got to watch this Hot Tuesday production video, enjoy it, and come and check out some races in person from next time.
We saw right there at the end, you guys went 3 wide. How was that? I saw you did it twice tonight.
You know, I was told I was clear when I went underneath the lap car, and right as I went underneath them, I got told that was somebody who was inside, and so we ended up going 3 wide. I mean, not much we can do about it. We're racing for a win out here, and it sucks that we made contact. My car doesn't have any marks on it, so I'm not sure why they're so upset, but things happen. Everybody's car went on in one piece and is going to load on the trailer. So,
who would you like to thank tonight?
I want to give a big thank you to Hot Tuesday Productions for showing up to all these races this year. They've done a lot for us, and they make amazing videos as you've seen tonight. I also want to give a big thank you to Peekaboo Angler. They've been my primary for the last 2 years. Bad Fast Engineering, Catapult 3, Graphics and Design, Chad Vest. I want to give a big thank you to my mom, my dad, everybody else, all my family who comes out and supports me and helps me every weekend. I want to give a big thank you to Bill and Lisa Allen with Allen Motorsports, Fred Greeley with Outlaw Custom and Design. I want to thank Eric John with Highline Power Sports, Tony Fournette and Sammy Schindel. I also want to give a big thank you to Matthew Gorley with Commercial Tire.
This is Justice Prince reporting live from the 51's pit.
Well, thanks, Justice. Appreciate that.
So to recap on the penalty for Andrew Prince, if you're in the top 3, you have to come to the scales and scale your car and tech your car. As you can see right here, after he took the checkered flag, did his interview, he came into his pits and parked. If you nose into the pits at all, go into your pit stall without going to the scales, and you're in the top 3, automatic disqualification. I've been penalized by it before. I know plenty of people that have. It's an honest mistake, but unfortunately it is a rule in the book. Now he did back out and go back to tech, but unfortunately you've already pulled into your pits, and that leads to a disqualification. You can see the fixed race results there with Jordan Harris in the lead, puts Andrew back to 5th, which is unfortunate for Andrew Prince, but we all knew who won that race. Great job for Andrew, great job for Jordan putting himself in that position. Good job to Nico Heinzel for being there the whole race too. Good race at Magic Valley.
With all the chaos that ensued, that gives Jordan his 6th win in the first 7 races. He did qualify second quick and he led 9 laps tonight, so he put on a heck of a show. Always unfortunate to see competitors lose a race from a technicality, but with that, let's head down to Mackenzie Wells with your new main event winner.
Even though you crossed the finish line second and you still came home with a win, what does that look like for you tonight?
It was a really good battle between the 51 and I. There's some lap cars used here and there between both. We came home with a win, not exactly what we were looking for. We'll just kind of leave it at that. But I mean, I thought it was a pretty good show for everybody to watch.
You ran the trucks here at Magic Valley. How does it feel to run your Pro-4 here, not really running it here that often?
So this is my first time here with this car. We came down about 4 years ago. I had the legendary white car, ended up winning. It's way different. I mean, the trucks are heavy, they're boats. These things are nimble, they move when they need to, they move when they want to. I mean, both really, really fun to drive here. I like driving the Pro-4 here. It seems just a lot more straightaway speed, a lot more carry through the corner speed. Other than that, I mean, it's fun to drive both here.
Perfect. And then who would you like to thank tonight?
I got to thank all my sponsors, Almar's Travel Center, Kim's Cars, H&H Auto, Challenger Auto, all my pit crew, and you, AJ and Dan, for always doing the videos.
All right, back to you, AJ and Dan.
Well, thank you for that interview, Mackenzie Wells. What an awesome show between Jordan Harris and Andrew Prince. This is a quick revised points here. You can see now Jordan Harris 6 wins, only 1 for Andrew. Does bump Mackenzie Wells up to 5th place, so good for her.
Well, stay tuned. The next race we have for you is the Idaho 208 over there in Meridian Speedway. Come check it out.
And we will see you in Meridian.
Well, as always, we'd like to thank every one of our fans and our sponsors. This has been another Hot Tuesday production. I'm Alton Packard here with Daniel Christensen and Ryan Bailey.
Reminding you, it's not a day of the week, it's a state of mind.
Thanks for tuning in.